Hey, hi everybody. This is Jake, Jacob Posine, one of the writers for Jadepunk, and this is going to be episode 1 of this kind of design vlog. Vlog? Vlog? I don't know. Let me know. Is it vlog? Is it vlog? I need to know. It's important. Anyway, basically the idea is once or twice a week, maybe more, depending on how things are going, I'm going to release a recording of me kind of talking about what's going on with Jadepunk, what I'm working on right now for Jadepunk, what I'm designing, what I'm writing, where my headspace is at, and maybe Ryan will release 1 or 2 when something's coming along, but mostly it's just going to be me talking about what I'm doing and what's going on with Jadepunk. So that in mind, exciting news, everybody. It's very exciting. I'm not even joking. I'm really excited about it. As you can tell by my waving hands, I got Kermit arms. But we have international shipping. It's so good. We didn't have it initially on the Kickstarter, and the reason is because cost. We didn't want to either make the cost so high that none of our international backers would be able to afford it or would want to risk the money on it, or it would be low enough that people would go for it, but the price would then raise later and we'd go bankrupt, or, well, Ryan would. I get paid either way, but that's a whole other issue. But the idea was that when we were done, then we'd have a pre-order where people could do it. Since that has happened, Ryan has been diligently, I'm serious, day in and day out, he's been all over the place trying to find a way to make international shipping possible at a price that was reasonable and fairly stable, and he found it. So we now have international shipping. That's pretty metal, I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple other things then too. The playmat. We're going to have actually a demo copy of it sometime later this week, probably around Wednesday, that Ryan's going to throw up a video demonstrating it and all of that. And I know a lot of you haven't seen it yet, but I have. It's fantastic, and it's one of those things that it was my idea, so go for it, guys. Come on, go for it. My idea. I want to be considered clever, so because basically there are lots of times when you're sitting at the table and you really wish you had like a dry erase board that actually fit fate. I personally have always hated GM screens because I'm short, and so I've got to really sit up or sit in an awkward chair in order to look over the GM screen, and it just gets in the way, and it leads to dice fudging, or at least the idea of dice fudging, which I'm against. And so my idea was, with the playmat, was have a place you can draw zones and whatnot on, have a place that also has all of the key rules kind of things for Fate on it, like a GM screen, but out in the open, which is, it's Fate. Everything's out in the open. Awesome, right? Awesome. And so, yeah. So check out the playmat. We're gonna have a demo copy up in a video. So having Ryan showcase that later this week. That's gonna be sweet. I can't wait to see it. Also, the Kickstarter is ours anyway. Is very backer based. We're very focused on wrong side. We're very focused on. And there's the fuzz. All of you who've watched my videos before, you know about the fuzz. It's very backer based. So if you start a thread or you have a post or something about Jadepunk, let us know. Ryan and I would absolutely love to go over there and answer questions or talk about the game or any of that, because we really like this game and we think you will too. And if you like the game and want to talk about it, go ahead and talk about it and let us know, and we will go talk about it with you. The last bit of news, and this is kind of exciting too, is we're going to be doing a world hack. We have basically a backer kind of, I don't know what you'd call it. It's a backer-based goal. If we get at least 300 backers, we're gonna write a world hack, like Apocalypse World or Dungeon World or Monster Hearts or whatever, a hack like that for Jadepunk. We've actually already talked about it a lot, and we thought it would fit really well, but we just didn't know if there was enough interest. So we get 300 backers, we're writing that puppy. It's gonna be awesome. Also, we just got done, Ryan just got done with talks with some people over at Margaret Weiss, who say basically we can do a Cortex Plus version of Jadepunk. So we don't have a backer goal for that yet. We don't know how many we're going to need backing us for us to know that that's important. But if you think that's important, back it, get the numbers up, because I want to do a Cortex Plus hack. I love hacking Cortex Plus. I love hacking world games. I love hacking games in general. So doing a version of this would be a blast. And if you like it, let us know. If you want it, let us know. If you're doing stuff, let us know. All right. So on to the meat of the vlog, the thing. On to the meat of it. I'm currently writing the GM section of the book. We've already got a good chunk of the setting done, and at least in its roughest form, we're going to be polishing that up as the month goes on. But currently, I'm writing the outline for the GM's section or chapter. My goal with this is to be able to introduce somebody who has never GM'd before to GMing, because game mastering is something that, alright, as an aside, the first game I ever played, I ran. In fact, for the first 2 years of gameplay, I ran games. I was 13. I had never even heard of this kind of thing before, but I read it and I thought, this is amazing, and all of my friends are like, you need to run this. And so I ran it, and I made all the classic mistakes, because GM advice at the time, 1990 something, was inadequate to teaching new people how to GM. And in fact, it gave GMs a lot of bad advice, and that bad advice has been given over and over and over again. And I don't mean bad advice in the sense that it's never useful. I mean bad advice in the sense that it is not useful to a brand new game master. Telling people what mood is and how to set a mood, or not how to set a mood, telling people what mood is and then telling them, well, you've got to set a mood, and you've got to set this kind of mood if you want to get this kind of effect, doesn't help them. It doesn't tell them how to set that mood. There was never any GM advice that was a how-to manual. Recently, there have been several games, primarily Apocalypse World and Mouse Guard, that really set down, okay, this is the procedural step-by-step how you game this game. And so that's kind of my goal with the GM section in this, is to build a set of procedures that will allow somebody who's never game mastered before the ability to do it adequately. Maybe not the best, but at least so that they'll come out of it going, okay, I get how this works. I get the core of it. And so currently I'm trying to organize all of those thoughts into some kind of format that will make sense and lead logically from one point to another. And that's kind of where I'm a little mixed up. You know, I'm like, all right, I know what I want, I know what I need to say, I don't know what order to say it in, and so that's the trick. So that's what I'm working on currently. I'll probably be working on more stuff. I'll probably have more vlogs or vlogs or whatever in the future on what I'm working on. Maybe even continuation of this, depending. Yeah, that's it for this vlog. If you haven't checked it out, the video above is the Kickstarter thing. If you're viewing this on my blog, if you're viewing this on the actual playlist on YouTube, then obviously it's not there. The video above is nothing because it's a single playlist with one video on it. But check out Jadepunk. It's pretty sweet, I think, and let me know what you think. All right.